The name of the group is For Your Glory. That song that we were just able to take a little piece of the music video from is called Let Us Adore. And For Your Glory is joining us in studio this morning. Let me say good morning and welcome to Neil Ramdas and Cyrus Maharaj. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hi, good morning.
Put the mic up to your mouth so we can hear you.
Thank you so much.
How are you guys doing?
Yes,
Doing
fantastic.
I'm very curious as to how you got into this group, into this music thing in the first place.
Well, okay, so in a nutshell, I knew Cyrus a long time ago, many years ago, and he was involved in the music business for quite some time. He had his own band, Shade.
Yeah, Shane.
Yeah, and you know, he did a lot of secular music, played in weddings and parties or whatever. But I think he had a very traumatic experience in 2017. Maybe you could elaborate.
My experience in 2017 was a life and death scenario where I experienced kidney failure.
Right.
And I am presently on dialysis. And with that, my life turned around where I paid a lot more respect to God, to my Creator. And this is where my support from my brother Neil and we started to do work in the ministry, singing in church. We are under the church, Western Christian Fellowship, under the leadership of Dr. Reverend Imraj Maharaj.
Okay.
So that is in Diego Martin. So this is where we fellowship. This is where we serve God. And we found that we need to have a purpose and where we can share this message of hope. That even though what I am going through, my life must be an example for other people to see the goodness of God. So that is why we have For Your Glory.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I always hear these stories about people who end up in a situation, you know, like yourself, where you get a sickness or disease of some sort, or something like that happens to you, something drastic happens to change your life around. I mean, what is it about that moment that makes you say, I have to have more respect and pay more respect to the Creator? I have to change what I'm doing.
Because you don't know where you're going to go when you die. So that is where you come to a point where you have to figure out what is your next move, what is your next step.
Yeah.
Make it right with God.
You
I
see,
know. Go ahead.
yes, Rufus. You see, we consider ourselves, as messengers.
Right.
Right. I know we are singers, musicians, but first and foremost, messengers because of that very deep experience that we had with God. You know, when we looked around, we saw that, look, there's a vast universe out there. Somebody is responsible for that.
That's right.
I had a moment where my brother had a heart failure. My wife and I, we had to resuscitate him. And at that moment, it dawned on us, what is going to happen in the hereafter? I definitely need to find my purpose. And then, you know, there's so much negativity going around. And I think that a lot of people miss this connection that, you know, that they need in their lives, which is connecting with their Creator.
Yeah.
We think that once somebody finds purpose in life, we wouldn't have so much crime. You know, our youth will be, you know, driven and destined for great things.
Have you seen the message been received by young people so far?
Oh yes, when we looked in other Facebook analytics, we actually were surprised that we saw the age group in the teenage. It was, I think it was roughly around 15%, but the age between 18 to 25 was actually the majority, 60%.
Okay.
So it did receive quite a lot of attention from, you know, that younger audience.
Yeah. You mentioned that the church is located in Diego Martin. How big is the church? How big is the fellowship?
Well, it probably could seat about maybe 400 members.
People,
And you'll full it out. The church is full out.
Well,
Most of the
there are
times.
occasions when, you know, when we have special occasions, definitely, we see it's packed.
You know, I only ask that because sometimes, you know, we see nowadays, especially, we see all the art, all the music, all the messages going online on social media, but sometimes we miss the direct community just right around us, that actual people that are a touch away. You know what I mean?
Yes.
How have you guys been able to impact those directly?
Yes, definitely, because it's a small community.
Right.
So directly we are able to effectively share the message.
Nice.
We have seen people who were on drugs, alcohol,
Yeah.
and their lives transform. I mean, literally, when you have to go through several sessions of counseling, we see people transform.
Transform their whole lives. Well, this morning I'm going to give you a chance to be able to spread your message here with us on the Now Morning Show as well. But I want to encourage each and every one of you to go out there and make a difference today now, because together we aspire. And if together we perspire, then together we definitely can achieve. I know we mentioned first team is happening tonight, but it's actually preempted due to the broadcast of a town meeting featuring the Member of Parliament for Loch Tatal Paro, the Honourable Foster Cummings, Minister of Youth Development and National Services. So you can tune into that happening later on this evening. Coming up in a little bit, Roxanne Suraj has your news at the top of the hour. On behalf of Kimberly D'Souza, Natasha Lake, and the entire team here at TTT, I want to wish you a fantastic Tuesday. Do enjoy the rest of your day. For Your Glory takes us to the top of the hour. Take it away, guys.
You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you bring hope, you restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, and we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our